Hey everyone, so from today we will start the new playlist that is Java. We will see the Java in details, and if you are a college student or if you are a working professional, this video will help you a lot to understand Java in depth. And yeah, if you have any question, please do drop into the comment, so I will answer that question. Okay, so yeah, we will start from the first PPT that I had prepared for you. That is engineering foundation, the history of programming. So yeah, we will see how the programming language evolved, and now this time how the machine code converts into the artificial intelligence. So programming language evolved to make humans better at communicating with machines. Okay, why study programming history? So, how computer thinks, why language evolved, programming got easier, choose the right tool. For these things, this type of things, you can get an idea from study the programming of programming history, how programming language start to think, how the programming language evolved, and how the programming got easier and how to select the right tool for what. Okay, so yeah, we will start from today. Yeah, 1940s to 1950s. This is the generation of first level programming language, that is machine language. You can see this is the first generation language. It very first programming language wasn't a language at all. It's a raw binary numbers and raw binary signals that handles the electricity flow in the circuit. Programmers toggle the switch and bunch card to feed the instruction directly to the CPU and to give the instruction to the machine. At that time in binary language we use two type of machines. First is toggle switch and punch card. Keep this in mind. These are some tools that we use to feed the machine code to the computer, and machine code look like this. Okay, so yeah, binary only. Initially, computer can understand only 0 or 1, that we can't understand. It is difficult to write the code and give instruction to the computer in that time, and it is not too much time. Okay, in 70 years, the machine language has evolved into artificial intelligence. The things develop too much faster. Okay, so yeah, this language is totally dependent on the hardware. If you give the instruction in a binary language to a machine that may not be worked within other machine, this is the fastest mode to communicate with the machine. And today's also, if you want to talk with machine in the fastest way, machine language is the better way. Okay, so the next generation language is assembly language. All of you know about assembly language. This is the second generation language. In this language, we have introduced the English letters and English word in the programming language. Then there is question for you, how computer can understand that English language. So yeah, in that time or in 1950s, the scientist has developed a translator that is known assembler. This assembler interact with the library that we will install with the assembler that directly convert this English language into the machine code that computer can understand. So yeah, that is the first time. This is the first time where the programmers use libraries to for interpretation of the code, and this idea is evolved a lot. And the next within the next 10 years, from 1960 to 1980, a lot of high-level programming language introduced. You know what is high-level programming language? These are some languages that use English words to communicate with the computer. Okay, yeah, so you can see this is the first programming language, first high-level programming language has introduced in our world, that is Fortran. And you need to know this Fortran is developed by IBM in 1957, and this is built for scientific and numeric computing. Then COBOL has introduced in 1959 business data processing, a basic language in 1964, and Pascal, that is a structured programming in 1970, and then C. And I think as a programmer, you all know C language. So yeah, C language has introduced in 1972. Okay, so yeah, one more thing. This is the object-oriented programming the paradigm. So we learn Java for specifically object-oriented programming paradigms. We will see what is object-oriented programming and why we need to study in Java for with Java. You already know a lot of other languages will also support this OPS. So we will see. Okay. So this paradigm has introduced in 1980s to 1990s. This is the fourth generation where we have a way to communicate with the machine. Here we have object class, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. This will make communication more secure and easy to communicate. Okay, and in today's time, for different tasks, we have different languages. If you want to build a mobile application, we have Swift and Kotlin. For cyber security, we have Rust. For data science, we have Python and R. Web development, we have JavaScript. Artificial intelligence, we have AI. Cloud computing, we have Go and Kotlin. You can see Python is for AI, data science, and automation, JavaScript for web interactivity, full stack development, Rust and Go for system safety and cloud interface, and Swift and Kotlin for mobile development. Got it? So yeah, next programming paradigms evolve. Then after a high level introduced, then the new generation will start for programming where we find the way from which we can communicate with the computer. So paradigms is nothing, it's the way from which we can communicate with the computer. As you know, each and every peoples have different way to communicate. The same, we have different programming language to communicate with the machines. So first we have machine language, then we have assembly language, then procedural programming. I think if you know C and Pascal, so you know about procedural programming. So in this, we mostly focus on logics and the idea. But in object oriented, that is the next version of programming paradigm in which we use object and class and a lot of topics that makes programming more secure. And then functional programming that many people use who know Haskell and Scale, they know what is functional programming. Then multiple paradigms, a lot of programming languages are there that support multiple paradigms like Python, Swift, and Kotlin. And why Java? Why we need to run Java? The most important thing, write once, run anywhere. This is the requirement that forced a scientist, James Gosling, to develop a programming language that later known as Java. Okay, so write once and run anywhere. That is the main fundamental requirement of programming language in 1980s. Okay, and more things that you need to know in Java. We have memory safety. We can prepare the enterprise rated application, and enterprises application are the application used in uh, in a specific organization, and every organization wants to secure their system so no one can get the information about any organization data. Okay, so yeah, so the next topic that we will see, that is the history of Java, that we will discuss in next video. If you understand the topic, put one in the chat, put one uh, in the comment, and if you like this video, please comment and subscribe the channel for our next upcoming videos. Thank you.